mean you have to be careless. It doesn't mean you have to be like a hippie. You have not taken bath, you have not worn proper dress, you are shabby. It doesn't mean you take care. It's a temple of God, so you have to take care of your body. Once you take care, and after that, the body becomes an instrument. I have a beautiful screwdriver or some instrument or a tool. I try to take care, put it properly, and then when I'm using it, only the functional aspect I am looking into. I am not admiring that beautiful tool. If you are all the time admiring the tool, you are not able to do the job. That's why doctors say I cannot operate on my own kith and kin. They are more conscious of their own self and the people around them. So in order to accomplish great things, it's not only being here, but you need to drop your physical self. Be less conscious of your physical self. Otherwise, all the time you are scratching, you are feeling it's very hard. I begin to feel conscious of my physical self now only when I am talking about it. Otherwise, I have already forgotten my physical self. Then only the mind will effectively work. The job will be done very well. So that is the second step. Third is unconditional learning. Unconditional, all the time, 24 hours. While you are walking, talking, breathing, in the sleep state, every time. You see, we condition certain things in our life, like our day-to-day routine, our food habits. But when it comes to learning, we don't need to do conditioning. It should be available. Because you don't know when the insights will happen. If you have seen into the history of science, Newton sitting underneath, Baker, he was sitting underneath the tree, all of a sudden he get a flash. There is a force of gravity. Archimedes, when he was taking bath, he felt a little lighter. Then he said the bodies lose weight when they are immersed in water, which is proportional to the water displaced. Happened unconditionally in a most informal situation. Madame Curie, when she was in deep sleep, she dreamt there could be some elements which can emit light. So we should open ourselves, keep ourselves available for this descending of knowledge. We should be open, we should be conduit to receive all these beautiful messages. It should be unconditional. Don't say only on Thursdays, only on Saturdays I am in satsang, rest of the days don't disturb me. I tell you, your way, your breathing, your walking, your food, everything becomes sat, truthful. What you talk, what you think, what you act will be same. So these are the 3 steps I tell you. I tell them, if you do so, what really happens is, when you are in a state of now, dropping your physical body, then unconditional learning, there is a beautiful interconnectivity between conscious and subconscious mind. A lot of people get beautiful ideas, but they forget the conscious mind. They get ideas and it's not descending down into the subconscious mind. All gone. I tell you, there are so many people, a flash, they get beautiful ideas. In dream they get beautiful, they are not able to manifest them. First of all, they don't give importance to that. And then it's not getting into the subconscious mind. In fact, if you have seen my observation as a teacher, present day generation is said to be a loftier race. They are exceptionally brilliant. Sometimes I look like a stupid fellow before them. So exceptionally brilliant. But they are everywhere, not here and now. They are always everywhere, except here and now. They are more conscious of their physical body. They always check whether their dress is okay or not, whether they have the right mobile, the right shoe, whether they have enough money to go to malls, whether they have enough fuel to go around on an automobile. So these malls, mobiles, automobiles, they are creating a habit. They are projecting, they are making them connected to more physical self. Unconditional learning only, they are all seasonal. They threaten parents, if you tell me to study now, this is my playful time. I will not. And I study only after December, January, after New Year and all that. It's a seasonal. and definitely it's not going to work. So these 3 steps, even adults also very often get into this state where they are not able to use their faculty the right way. Because I could recall from Surah 2 in Quran Sharif, it talks about the creation of man. Well, Surah 1, like Asatoma, Ehdani siratal mustaqima siratal lazina annamta alayhim gairil maghzubi alayhim walazzalim. Show me the right path, the path of those whom you have blessed, not the path of those who have gone astray. That's the meaning of that verses, the remaining last 2 verses. There are 7 verses in that very first chapter. And then in the second chapter, God narrates so beautifully, I created this man who is much better than angels, Farishte, much better. He has the highest capability. He calls the angels and also the Iblis, that is Satan, Shaitan. The angels obey Satan, only physically outside he will project. That's why he is also an angel. The Satan is also an angel, but he will not obey God internally. I'll only obey you externally, but when you talk about other things, I am not going to accept. Whereas angels are pure beings, they just obey God. Though they also become skeptical, they don't bow before human beings. God says, I have created a beautiful thing. Last few years I have been working in my lab and made a beautiful man who is going to be my deputy on planet Earth. So just come and just do it. Just to do it. That has become a Nike slogan. You must have seen on t-shirts where just do it, just do it. When I was entering into a campus, a huge campus there, a boy was wearing a t-shirt with just do it. Then the other guy, what? Just do it, what? Just to do it, what? He is asking. My God, you have such a beautiful faculty, you should know what to do. Every minute you can do beautiful things. And nobody need to teach you. But only thing is, you should be receptive. So, let me go into some more features of uncontrolled mind. Mind waves are turbulent. Input from physical self always, not from the spiritual self. The spirit soul is enslaved there. It is kept away. All the time input is only from the physical self. What to buy, how to pamper yourself. All kinds of inputs from the physical self, that is what is called periphery, not from the core. They don't have time to look into core. Then trapped by the mind, which is connected to the periphery all the time. I have seen a girl getting into dharna state and not eating food, almost about to run away because she was not given a mobile. She is hardly in 10th standard and her elder sister came to me, sir, do some magic. I said, you only counsel her, but they will not listen. Now present day children, no, they don't listen. Why? Because they think we are all stupid fellows. We are not evolved. My daughter told me, you have no guts, daddy, you don't know how to live. You have no guts, you don't know how to live. Whenever we preach them, talk to them, advise them, practically say, I have done, then they say, they simply keep quiet, like Vinaya, Bhakti and all that. But finally they do what they want to do. They don't listen. They always think they know better. They have better ideas. But unfortunately, over a period of time, they are also bound to learn. But unfortunately, they are not having patience to learn. That's why they go into depression, they kill themselves, kill others. Earlier days, we used to suffer and someone survived. Only death could take away from us. Earlier days, if you are provided with certain things, no, there is no reason for you to go into depression. It's okay. But nowadays they don't. They want the best. And they are bothered with so many slogans. Nowadays you find bad is good, bad is new good, bad is cool thing, cool thing.